So this is a project. It's funded by the Arts and Humanities Research Council, and it's about immersion, it's about inclusion, and it's about music technologies. New and emerging technologies, in particular virtual reality, how that impacts on music making and how it impacts on the experience of an audience.
Oh my god! This must be good.
So I suppose I'm here because I have a long background in virtual reality, interaction design, as well as interactive music applications, as well as quite a bit of experience in co-designing applications with different kinds of people. There is a lot of potential for, I think anyway, extending what we consider to be immersive experiences, and also what we consider to be experiences that are immersive but inclusive of other people. Very often we have in virtual reality experiences this very isolating experience of just being in the headset, and it's our own personal experience. But when we're going into the audio domain, and particularly in a space like the Sonic Lab here, it allows us to share in that immersive experience with a bunch of other people who we experience as being present with us in that space. And I think that's an interesting direction to explore.
I really love playing music, and I especially love playing music with other people. That is such a vibrant experience for me. It's such a connected and intimate experience for me, and it's something I always try to seek out as much as I can.
So in working with James Cunningham, we have been developing ambisonic tools for performance. So James is a clarinet player. Well, he plays many instruments, but in this case he's playing the clarinet in this performance. So what we've done is augmented his clarinet with off-the-shelf virtual reality controllers from the HTC Vive. And that allows us to track the position, orientation, angular velocity, a lot of different aspects of the movement of his clarinet playing, and we're using that to spatialize the sound using ambisonics. So we're using 40 channels that are available in the Sonic Lab to spatialize this sound, and not just that sound, but also processing it in different ways using granularization and different kinds of techniques to allow for greater expression and immersion, let's say, in the sound world that James can create with his clarinet.
So Hard Rain is based in Belfast. We're resident down at Crescent Arts, and also we have an association with Queen's University, and we basically play contemporary music.
We were invited to work with Drake Music Project, and I was very, very keen to do it. I've been very interested for a long time about how people with various disabilities can interact with musicians and perform music, and what instruments are available to them, what forms of technology can help people, and I think also what helps more conventional instrumentalists to interact with musicians with disabilities. So from the outset I was very excited. I really wanted to participate in the project.
It's helping professional musicians such as myself to interact on quite a personal level with people with all different types of disabilities. It may be us working with people who can't communicate verbally, but as soon as you involve music, it involves language of a different kind, and I think that's a really special thing.
What struck me when James and Mary Louise played was that their music making was utterly natural and just joyful, just the joyful experience of making music, and that is why we make music. So in that sense it was an utter revelation.
We're really lucky that we're working with Drake Music Northern Ireland, and that is a charity that works with disabled musicians, and they have done over 25 years. So we are integrating some of their disabled musicians and looking at their abilities and how they interact in this new medium.
Are we too far away from it still? I get your back. Okay, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move you back and we can teleport.
I am an associate musician. I've been brought in to help Meireles create music using Ableton Live. She uses enablement technology in order to create music, and my job is to tech that. I'm the technician for that.
Here, Louise is a young lady with cerebral palsy. And when she was 10-year-old, she decided that she liked music. So she joined Drake Music, and that was 25 years ago.
Meireles is all about including people, and she actually interviewed her dance tutor, who also has visual problems, about what she could see on a VR headset, what she could see, so Meireles could get a better understanding of what James could see. It's making you think more. It's making her think more about what she can do.
Some of you experienced in here, this installation piece, the VR piece made with James and Aidan.
Yeah. Did you realise that guy next to you sitting wearing a big mask on his head?
Big mask.
I don't know, it's like something out of science fiction or something, like, you know?
This is all part of quite an ongoing project. It started 8 months ago. Embrace was the first piece we developed here at SARC for VR, and it's still a journey we're on.
Whenever I was asked if I wanted to be part of a project with not only 3 very talented professional musicians, but also an organisation that specialises in music and disability, there wasn't any sort of question for me, you know, come and be a part of this really special musical experience, come and learn about new musical interfaces, learn about other people's disabilities and experiences. You know, I'm always on a quest for learning new things, and at the same time, it's fun.
It's absolutely essential that we're doing this work now, that the technologies are still developing, that we're bringing disabled musicians in right now so we can make inclusive immersive technologies and not just immersive technologies. I think that's the biggest challenge.